Good morning, students. Today I will teach about the practical auditing. Okay, third year become. So in this class, only for auditing introductions. Okay, the introductions. The origin of auditing can be tracked to Italy around the year 1494. Luca Paciolo introduced the double entry system of bookkeeping and described the duties and responsibilities of an auditor. Auditing in India has been described in different ways. So it's a meaning where we start. Auditing is a systematic and independent examinations of data, statements, records, operations and performance for financial or otherwise only. Okay. Of an enterprises for a stated purposes. In any auditing situations, the auditor perceives and recognizes the professions before him for examinations, collect evidence, evaluates the same and on the basis formulates in judgment which is communicated through his audit report. Okay, it's a meaning of auditing. Next is the definitions of auditing. Who will be defined for Institute of Chartered Accountant of India. It will be defined these auditing definitions. Auditing is an intelligence and critical scrutiny of books of accounts of a business with the documents and vouchers from which they have been written up for the purpose of ascertaining whether the working schedules of a particular period as shown by profit and loss accounts and also the financial position as reflected in the balance sheets are truly and fairly determined and presented by those responsible for their completions. Okay, its a definitions is a J.R. Butley Boy. Okay, and then auditing in India. Let us now understand the growth of auditing in India. The Indian Companies Act 1913 prescribed for the first time the qualification of an auditor. The government of Bombay was the first to conduct related courses of study, such as the government of diploma in accountancy for GDA, and then the auditor certificates rules was passed in 1932 to maintain the uniform standard in accountancy and auditing. The Chartered Accountant Act was enacted by the Parliament of India in 1939. Okay, the rules and regulations passed in Parliament 1932, but only enacted or in the 1939. The Act regulates that a person can be authorized to audit only when he qualifies in the examinations conducted by the Institute of Chartered Accountant of India. They are following or the few other points related to the auditing in India. Members of Institute Cost and Works Accountant of India are authorized to conduct cost audit regarding to sections 233B of the Companies Act 1956. And then third one, an auditor can be appointed only by a social resolutions as per sections 224 the Companies Amendment Act 1974. Okay, and then next stating for bookkeeping. A bookkeeping, it records day-to-day transactions in the books of accounts in a systematic manner. Okay, the bookkeeper it's or accounter. Okay, accountant is the day-to-day activations transactions is a bookkeeping for two-way process. And then bookkeeping includes first one journalizing, second one posting to ledgers, third one totaling and balancing of ledger accounts. Okay, the bookkeeping you have to follow the three records. One is journalizing, second one posting to ledgers, third one totaling and balancing of ledgers. And the next, accountancy. A job of accountancy begins where bookkeeping ends and includes the followings. Okay, bookkeeping is all the transactions will be day-to-day transaction you will be filled. So totally you will others all the records transferred to accountancy. Accountancy is other than formulas for rectification of errors and preparation of trial balance and preparation of final accounts. Final accounts is a 3 accounts: trading account, P&L account, and then balance sheets also. Okay, so next the subjects will be start. So auditing, the preparation of accounts is not duty of an auditors begins. Okay, accountancy யார் accountant யூஸ் பண்ணுற all the records maintain பண்ணணும் அப்படின்றது கிடையாது. So next, auditor begins where accountancy is ends. Okay, auditing its ends. Okay, and then auditor is only concerned for checking and verification of records. Auditors is the qualified persons appointed for the purpose of certifications of work done by others. Okay, auditors only by verifications and evaluation the records. Okay, and then next headings, it's investigations. Okay, investigations may be done with a specific purpose. It is usually conducted to know the financial position of a business, extent of fraud and misappropriations, and the learning capacity of any business unit, etc. Okay, for the investigation, one investigation or special investigations இந்த மாதிரி இருக்கு. ஸோ நீங்கள் எந்த இன்வெஸ்டிகேஷன்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணணுமோ யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். Okay, and then the time duration for investigations may also extend by one year. Investigations may not be necessarily done by the qualified chartered accountant. Okay, it's not very necessary. Okay, for the chartered accountant. And then last, qualities of an auditors. Okay, auditors could என்னென்ன qualities இருக்கணும் அப்படின்றது. First qualities, he should be qualified chartered accountant or he should be qualified member of the Institute of Cost Works Accountants of India to do the cost audit. Okay, ஒன்றுக்கு சார்ட்டர்ட் அக்கௌண்டண்ட்டாக இருக்கணும் அப்படின்றது, இல்லை அப்படின்னா காஸ்ட் அண்ட் ஒர்க்ஸ் அக்கௌண்டன்ட் ஆஃப் இந்தியாவில் ஒரு மெம்பர்ஸாக இருக்கணும் அப்படின்றது. ஓகே, அண்ட் தென் செகண்ட் பாயிண்ட்ஸ், he must have adequate skills and qualities to conduct his work efficiencies. Okay, you must have adequate skills in external skills யூஸ் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்றது. நெக்ஸ்ட்டு குவாலிட்டிஸ் ஆஃப் கண்டக்ட் இஸ் ஒர்க் எஃபிஷியன்சி, அவங்களோட ஒர்க்ஸ் எஃபிஷியன்சி இஸ் வெரி குட்டாக இருக்கணும் அப்படின்றது. ஓகே, அண்ட் தென் தேர்ட் பாயிண்ட்ஸ், an auditor must be honest, impartial and impartial. He should also be hardworking. He have adequate common sense, capacity to hear arguments of others, systematic and methodical. And auditors should ask the clarifications on matters on which he is unable to understand the information provided to him. His audit report should be correct and clear. In case where any spurious situations arises, he should assume that he is dealing with dishonest and fraudulent peoples. He must have thorough knowledge of accounting principles and practices. He must know how the domestic and international court case decisions. And then he must have up-to-date knowledge of the Mercantile Law and the Companies Act. Okay, these are all the qualities of the auditors. And next question, scope of auditing. what are the scope of auditing? In comparisons with earlier days, where the main objectives of auditing was to detect fraud, we now have enhanced ways to determine a true and fair view of financial statements. And then second, in recent times, almost every country of the world has introduced various legislations and framed rules and regulations of auditing. In India, also legislation related to tax audit, cost audit, management audit, and operation audit, etc. are coming up. Okay, these are the audits are next coming up. The main purpose of auditing is to be clarity, the correctness of financial statements, and the detect errors and frauds இல்லாமல் இருக்கணும் அப்படின்றது. Okay, and then last questions, techniques of auditing. The following of common techniques of auditing: checking of posting and costing. Okay, and the second point, physical verification of assets. Third point, verification and examinations of transactions with available evidence. Next one, scrutiny of the books of accounts. Next, checking of various calculations. Next, checking of carried forward balances in next year. Next, checking for bank reconciliation statements. Next, auditors can get information from inside and outside sources of organizations. Okay, these are all information is for introductions of auditing. Thank you.